What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and I have a decision to make, and I can't believe it. I'm thinking about even buying one of these, but I thought about doing a lease, and that might be the way to go. But I also could buy one. I don't know. It would be interesting. The only reason why I'm even considering buying what I'm gonna buy, or lease what I'm gonna lease, is because supposedly all the issues are fixed. Roll the intro. So, welcome on back to TK's Garage. So I have a dilemma, right? I still have the availability to buy another vehicle that I can get a tax credit out of this year for next year's taxes. Now, a lot of you guys know, like last year, I did a couple of videos and I told you I'd sold one of my defense contracting companies, but I had, basically bought another old company and created a new defense contracting company that's in a different vein than what I did for the Department of Defense previously. Okay, best way I can explain it. Now, I think going off. What I'm talking about is the Dodge Charger Daytona, and not the RT, but the ScatPack. Why would I want to buy that? Well, having this Ram and the other Ram in the Cybertruck, which, update on that, it's at Tesla again. Oof. And having the Model S, which we're giving away here on the channel, which, by the way, if you want to get in on that, you can select any of the merch below this video. Or go to tksgarage.com and pick up any merch, and $1 equals one entry. Unless you get in on the 10x entries, which is going on right now, and it's like 5 or 6 videos back where it says 10x entries, and it has a hat in the description, which is for 10x entries. I believe we're down to like 5% of those left, so they've been selling like crazy today. They're almost gone, so if you want to do that, it's 10 times entries. So you get 10 times the shot, basically. Now, so why am I even considering picking up the Charger Daytona? Well, I've seen a lot of channels, and some major channels, small, channels that have like 5 or 10,000 subs, and channels that have like 900,000 subs, say that all the issues with these Charger Daytonas have now been resolved. And I was like, oh, did they finally, rework this software? They got this thing situated to where they run now. That's awesome. If that's the case, I don't know if that's the case, but I'm at a point now where I could trade in one of my Ram trucks and basically get that lease for zero, meaning I wouldn't have to come out of pocket for anything for 2 years, and I could get that car on a lease, and we could make a ton of content with it, right? You guys know I'm going to the big showdown in September in North Carolina at Rockingham Speedway, Dragway, whatever they want to call it. And I'm going to have a few different vehicles there. We're going to have the STS there. If the Cybertruck is still around, we'll have the Cybertruck there. I say that because this thing has literally, the Cybertruck, same issue. This is the second time. See, unlike other people, if I had that issue, if I had the same issue with a vehicle 3 times, I'm lemon lawing that shit immediately. And I would do the same thing with the ScatPack, right? So this is the other thing where it actually could end up being a win. Say I trade in my Laramie Longhorn, right? Let's say we trade in the Laramie Longhorn, and that is the, the lifted Ram. And they give me, say, $18,000 for that truck. 15 to 18,000, somewhere in that range, right? I would literally pay nothing for that lease for 2 years. It would cost me nothing. Maybe I end up coming out of pocket for like $2,000 with trading in that truck, and I have that car for 2 years. Now, I know that there's people at Stellantis that watch my videos, from the board of directors on down, and I'm pretty fucking sure they don't want me to have one of those cars, because I'm going to document every friggin' thing that goes on with that car, you know, up until the point that, you know, I could lemon law claim it. But not saying I'm hoping that it breaks, but I'm just saying when it does, I don't play no games. Like, you get 3 shots and it goes straight to a lawyer. Like, I'm done. So, would you be interested in that content? Because it's not about me, because I could happily do without leasing one of these cars. And I fired over a message to my people over at Tobin on a truck, because I think I talked about this before. I am ordering a 2026 Longhorn with the Hemi V8 in it. I know. Oh, it's got the, you know, the e-torque. Yeah, I know. I don't care. I'm going to get one because I want it. And that's it. That said, it opens up this truck, you know, which I've only had for, what, a couple months, the Laramie, where I could lift this truck up, put 35s on it and some nice rims, and we could do another giveaway on this truck. Or do I give away the Laramie Longhorn? I mean, we have so many different options. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. When I make this content, that I'm doing it, you know, when I cover the news, it's because you guys that are like the Mopar nuts, and you guys that work for the company at all the different stages, send me all that information. You make my job easy. I'm able to talk about the stuff that you guys send me, you know, and sometimes it's not always Mopar stuff. I know we get into some light political crap here when it gets into emissions or telling California to eat a dick, which I like doing every day. I understand that, but the majority of the content on this channel is Mopar related, and it's been that way for a very long time. You know, a lot of people don't know. They ask, they're like, well, how long have you had this YouTube channel? And I started this YouTube channel as Beamer Man, and I don't know, you probably like, what? When I lived in Miami, when I was in South Beach, I literally had every BMW of that model run. Like, I don't think the 2 Series was a thing yet. But I had a 1 Series. Did we have the 1 Series? We had the i3, the 1 Series, the 3 Series, the 4 Series, 5 Series, 6 Series. There was no 8. And I had a previous generation 7. We had the E39. We had the X5. We had the X6M. I had the i8 lease. My neighbors hated me, right? And I'm not talking about the condo in South Beach for you guys that have been following me for a long time. I'm talking about the house in Homestead, right? It was like a car lot in front of my house. It was stupid. And I thought, like, I'm just going to do all this crazy BMW content and it's going to pop. And some of it did. I mean, some of the BMW content, like driving the i3 from South Beach to Las Vegas, never do that. Never do that. Was great. But that's what I'm wondering, you know, and then this channel became mostly Mopar. You know, I was doing Copart stuff. I was doing auction videos. And it was right before COVID. Or was it during COVID? You know, I bought the green Monster. Oh, no, it was right before COVID. I bought that B5 blue wide body red eye Challenger. And it grenaded 3 times. Coolant system stuff was blowing up on it. And I was going to lemon law that. And the Dodge dealership in Fayetteville in North Carolina actually looked out. I didn't have to do a lemon law on it. I basically worked out a deal where I gave them that. I ordered the green Monster, which you see in the intro every day, and I ordered the Ram Rebel, and I bought a TRX. So I paid a little bit more money. Ended up getting 3 vehicles, got rid of 1. And the Green Monster was flawless. It was great until it got vandalized. It was a great vehicle. But it's from that point forward that the channel really went Mopar based. And that's why I'm saying, being that I know you guys, the Mopar faithful, will never accept an electric vehicle. I know you wouldn't accept an electric vehicle, but would you think an EV, you know, me doing content on a Dodge Charger ScatPack would be interesting to you? Let me know. I just said a lot of shit to be able to get one question out. I know. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And you know the moniker by now, right? And as always, stay petty, my friend.